Hello boys and girls, we're not far away from where we actually began yesterday, in yesterday's video. Just completely lost it. Started with where I ended yesterday's video. I completely lost it. Pulheim Süd industrial area. Don't know where the fuck I am. Railroad crossing. Somebody coming? Oh. Don't want to get squished, boy! Oh jeez, there's big rocks here. Oh, unrestricted area. Oh, let's go 200. So today, I want to talk about motovlogger generations, and many of you probably don't even know who I am talking about in the following few minutes. And there is only one guy that actually should start talking about in this kind of respect, and that guy is the one and only M13, the first real motovlogger ever, like for real, ever. There probably were some guys doing it before him, but he was the first real motovlogger, and he didn't even start out on YouTube. Yeah, you've heard right, he didn't really start out on YouTube. He started out on Live League, and he went to YouTube after some time and switched over completely after some other. And what he did was basically what he does today as well. Just, you know, recording videos about going stupidly fast on Taiwan's roads. And yeah, that's still what he does today. And today he does these Taiwanese tools, the scooter tools, the Qwest Taiwan adventure tool, I guess that's how it's called. Taiwan seems to be a bit of a country. I never thought about it that way before I actually knew this channel. Before that I just thought it would be some kind of developing country in Asia. That would be it. Apparently it isn't. I mean, there's where Qualcomm and all that shit comes from, right? And I think Asus and Acer as well. So it's a lot. It's got a lot of rural areas, Taiwan. I mean, it's an island, Asian island after all. But still, Taiwan is Taiwan, and thanks to his channel I actually know something about it. I know that it's not just the little kind of province of China. I know that it's not just like China itself, most of all, a cheating country. And I know that the people there seem to be a lot better than I would think without, you know, watching M13's videos. So that's M13, big huge motovlogger. He was the most subscribed motovlogger for a long time. After some, you know, in the past few years he got overtaken though, like, you know, by far by, you know, Dude with Dan and Walterific and Chasing Two Wheels. Walterific of these guys is actually the only one that I really watch, because the others are, you know, like Chasing Two Wheels kind of moved in what he does completely. He does like test rides and gear reviews and shit, and don't give a shit about that. I like the old style of motovlogs. I like the style that M13, you know, did his motovlogs in. And there aren't many motovloggers out there yet who do it that way. Although I have to say, M13, he probably should move on of these freaking POV goggles. Like, these things are just super annoying. He's got all these action cams and he doesn't use them. Such a shame. Like, I was in a few streams of him where he does straight kind of gaming streams and shit, and then when I, you know, told him back then, he said, yeah, I'm gonna do it, you know, just slap it on your helmet. It really isn't that big of a deal, but it improves video quality so much. And still he hasn't really done it. Kind of sad because I kind of like him. He seems to be a good guy. A bit full of himself sometimes, but I like his humour. I really do, and that's a big thing for me, to be honest. The humour of people really tells a lot about them. And even though he might not be the smartest of people on YouTube, surely is one of the He's not one of the bad. So it seems to be a good guy. And that is, you know, there was another one, a big one back then. He was part-time, also the most subscribed motovlogger, which is Sven Gali. A British dude. I think he was from England, right? I think he was English, not just British, not just UK, but English. He had a big bike. He did ZZR 14, just, you know, the equivalent of the kind of Contour or ZX14 of today. Big 1400cc motorcycle. And he had dirt bikes as well, and an R6 he had as well. Many beautiful bikes. Did a few videos as well. He really went the kind of commercial part of motovlogging as well. He started out doing product reviews and shit very early. He's not around anymore. I don't really want to talk about that. You can find out yourself in a few clicks. I don't really know that much about him. I only know that M13 and Sven Gali, they were like good buddies. M13 in Taiwan, and M13 came to England once, maybe twice. I only know of one thing, and he documented the whole thing in videos. And Sven Gali got to Taiwan at least once. Know that too. Many videos about that as well. It was a good time. It really was a good time. I was very young back then. I could only dream about riding a motorcycle one day, and it was always my dream to make videos about that, just to share my experience from day one. And that's really what I'm trying to do. All in the memory of Sven Gali, and all in the memory of M13, and memory of the actual legacy that he leaves, that he left, and that he still continues to grow up to this day. Really, it was a great time back then, when they were the biggest ones. Not so much bullshittery about gear and shit and superbikes and shit. It was all about the riding itself. It was all about the experience. And that is really something that stuck to me, and that's really something I want to do on this channel. This is not a big bike. This is 471cc Honda, not even made in Japan. This one is made in Thailand. But this is my first bike, and even though I didn't pay for it myself, I just fell in love with it immediately. It's so beautiful for a 500cc motorcycle of the kind of entry-level beginner bike class. This is so incredibly beautiful. I just love it. And that's the thing with M13 too. He's got a fan base that has shrunk in the last few years dramatically, just because he doesn't upload anymore regularly, and he still uses his stupid POV goggles. I know that it's convenient and shit, but you know, if you only want to make, you know, the video making process a very convenient part, then you don't give a shit about video quality, because the quality of those goggles is just, you know, they are 1080p and shit, but shaky as fuck, and it's making you dizzy to watch those videos. I don't know. Should switch to fucking action cam in this helmet immediately, and she should make, you know, videos like not daily, but more regular than he does now. Anyways, what was I talking about? I was talking about how I wanted to do shit. Well, I just want to share the experience of becoming a motorcyclist, learning how to ride, and overall just, you know, having a good time. That's what I want to do. That's what I have in mind for this channel. And that's what I want to keep doing. You won't see me monetizing my videos until I have like 25,000 subscribers, or 30, I don't know yet, and that's probably going to take decades. Just because there is so much competition, and nobody really wants to watch some stupid German bloke who got his bike sponsored by his parents and is just a bit depressive and wants to do it the old way, and the old way is the old amateur way, and that is the old YouTube broadcast yourself way that I loved back when it really was YouTube, and when it really was all about broadcasting yourself and not just trying to make a wannabe company and trying to be a broadcaster of some kind, you know, in a pathetic semi-professional way. And that really is what YouTube has become today, just a platform for stupid people mainly, and for people who want to make the quick buck of selling products and lying to their viewers. And it's not that difficult to do such. It surely is making money. It surely is something that I couldn't do and sleep well with it. Couldn't do it. I just hate the way many people just lie to you straight in your face, you know, straight into your speakers. They just straight up lie to you. I'll read every fucking comment. I'll read every comment that you do, guys. Oh, yeah. Bullshit. You've got like 2,000 or 3,000 people commenting in a day, and you are telling me that you're reading every fucking comment. Fuck you. Usually those people who talk shit like that, you know by watching the videos and how they talk about shit that they do not give a crap. And those are not the guys who stay with Amazon Rafflings. Those are not the guys who make a kind of merch shop and just, you know, say it and let it go. They just promote every little thing they sell on every fucking social media website there is. They only do, after some time, only do like product reviews and shit, and do sponsorships all the fucking time. That's what happened to so many motovloggers over the years. That is something that I just highly dislike about the YouTube that is YouTube today. It has changed from what it was severely, and it is not going back that way. It is not. That's very sad. If you know that guy, that kind of creepy guy, he does like food reviews, the report of the week, I'll put his link into the video description. Check him out. That guy, although he is kind of creepy, yeah, I know, he is kind of creepy, he dresses oddly, but he just likes it the way he does it, and that's really making him original, and he's not lying to you. He hasn't got that much of money, at least he says so, and I believe him on that, because he seems to be an honest person, and he has just yet opened up a merch store. Like after 4 or 5 years of him making videos, now he made a merch store. And he doesn't really promote it, like in one video he did. But that's it. That guy is somebody that really, you know, could use some more exposure. He's got like 260 to 80,000 subscribers right now. That guy deserves more. I can tell you that. He really deserves more. Yeah. So, M13, yeah, the old granddad motovlogger, generation 1, that's what he is and was. Second gen is probably Chase on 2 wheels. Did great videos back then on his R6, always had an R6, and he got his WR250X, and it was about a year after that I stopped watching him, because he went a bit too, should I say, commercial? I don't know. He just started doing things that I certainly don't like, and he didn't do it in a way that was appealing to me. It is one thing to say that you only want the best for your viewers. It is one thing to say that you need to make a living. It is one thing to say that you are trying to market your channel as a kind of base for products. But it is another thing to do all that in a way that is really honest, and it doesn't feel slimy. Those are different things, and he did it in a way that I didn't like it. That's why I stopped watching Chase on Two Wheels. There's many other people who did it the same way. Yami06 back then. I've just found him annoying. It's nothing personal against him or something. But I pretty much watched motovlogs from day one. As well, not day one, maybe day 1.5. At the evening of day one, I started. But you know, there's just high energy Americans. It really gets on my nerves at some point. At some point, it just becomes ridiculous. That's the thing that is really popular with Americans as well. Those high energy vlogs and shit, those Casey Neistat vlogs, that really kill it for me. I mean, that it feels like it's like fake, because everything high energy, every day, just so hectic. Oh, my life is so hectic, my life is so interesting, bullshit, all that kind of shit. It gets old at some point. And it really did get old with him and many others. And that's this high energy type things, you know, and hectic motovlogs. That's not really what Yami06 and most of the other guys are all about. But that whole merchandise shit and that whole marketing shit and that everything kind of needs to make money somehow. It really took away a lot of the original style of YouTube, and now we are at a point where the original YouTube is gone, like I said before, and it's never coming back. And most of the people who actually make videos now and have got a decent amount of subscribers, all they do is lie to you and say all this shit. I read every comment. They don't, and you know it. And if you believe them, well, what can I say about that? That's it for me today. I couldn't cover everything I wanted to cover. Jesus Christ, what's burning here? You can see that? Smoke. I didn't even cover as close many topics, as many motovlogs that I wanted to do. I'm probably going to do a follow-up video of this at some point. But until then, I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a good evening. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to rate the video and let me know what kind of cunt I am in the comments down below. Because I'm really trying to find my style of motovlogs. I don't like the word motovlog because of reasons stated a few minutes earlier, because that whole kind of thing really went out of hand. Let's just call them videos. I just want to find my own style of videos, and I want you guys to have part of that. Just let me know what you want to see. We're going to make it happen. I think we are. And at some point I want to make a PO box as well, all that kind of good shit. But at 26 subscribers right now, that isn't really, you know, necessary, I guess, because nobody really comments on my videos anyways. There's just spam comments that I have to filter out. I have to delete in this kind of YouTube dashboard and shit. That's it. I need a community at some point, but that's gonna take ages for me. Nobody watches me. Okay, anyways. Okay, end the video now. Bis bald!